Rise royally, welcome to EyeReadInnerG. My name is Legend. In this video, I'm going to be doing the week ahead for earth signs. So if you are a Taurus, Virgo, or a Capricorn, this is for you. And this is going to be focusing on January 22nd through the 29th. So let's go ahead and dive into the message. I do want to say, I believe, you guys are the only ones that have this view, this vantage point. That's kind of what I'm getting the week ahead. So something about a vantage point. So I would definitely be paying attention, trying to see things from different perspectives, seeing the bigger picture of things, especially as it pertains to your goals. Don't get too caught up in like what's right in front of you, or looking at something like directly head on. Try to see something from an aerial view. I think that resonates, but okay. So for earth signs, Heavenly Father, Holy Spirit, the week ahead, we have the introvert. Okay, that's interesting. So, and 16 is on here. That reduces to a 7. So this could be in order to understand how to move forward. Why does this keep failing? Sorry about that, earth sign. So the card that came out is introvert. And what I'm getting with this is there may have been some sort of tower moment that you may have experienced. Tower moments typically are sudden realizations. Essentially, they can come from experiences that involve some sort of breakdown, whether there be an actual breakdown of something falling apart, ending, something coming to an end, there being a disagreement. It's some sort of rift that you experience that it would remove an illusion, essentially, something that you would have believed as truth or would have stood firm on as a foundation, but it was faulty, essentially, to begin with. With this introvert energy, this could be you. This could be you dealing with someone else. I'm just noticing the different wigs here too. And this person on the computer, it says loner here. This is a therapist card, so let's see what the card is talking. We got moonlight here, 16, 17, which is interesting because I'm like, okay, yeah, that does break down illusions because you would go to the star card, which would represent healing, but the 17 in this deck is showing moonlight, which the moon is typically out when stars are out, but I don't see any stars. I just see the moon. So something's being illuminated. But again, look at how dude is looking at this introvert. Didn't I say like a different view, like a vantage point? Is that even the same thing? But like an aerial view, or like looking at something from a different angle. That's what this looks like. Something's being illuminated as a result. What peeked out was the soulmates and the rebel at the bottom of the deck. Surfacing at the top is the scholar. So studying. Somebody could be studying someone that they're interested in. They could be uncertain due to this person being different. With the rebel energy here, I don't know. Take it as it resonates, but I don't know where you fit in on this, but it feels like there's an observer that's like outside looking in, able to see the whole thing. I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but the 26th is on here, so that day may be of some significance. Let's see what comes out. Why do I still have this card out here? We'll see what it means, and then I'm gonna put it back. So yeah, definitely the rebel is speaking to oppositions. So with moonlight, this is the subconscious mind. That's what this represents. It says reflecting, dreams, emotional responses, contemplation, expression, intuition, memories, connection, personal needs, cognition, emotions, feelings, fears, subconscious mind. The reverse is bad habits, regret, hiding feelings, ignoring feelings of grief, responding emotionally, worry, nightmares, insomnia, restlessness, darkness, and coldness. Okay, so introvert is social anxiety. You could be experiencing this. Either you're experiencing this or these are two people that are experiencing this. Let's see. So with social anxiety, and maybe this is like tied to this. I don't know, we'll get to it. But antisocial, shy, isolated, reserved, inner thoughts, spending time alone, avoidance, quiet in your mind, in your head, creative expression, passive, issues fitting in, social differences. The reverse is extrovertedness, loneliness, no social life, no friends, amongst those you dislike, can't get alone time, withdrawn from society. So let's see where this is going. And this is supposed to be the subconscious mind. And I told you might want to take a step back. So earth signs, I feel like this week you need to do this, but I also feel like someone else may be doing this as well. Side note, I don't know if you need to hear that, but whatever. I feel like that's what this person's doing for whoever needs to hear that. But I feel like the message for you this week is to take a moment to do this for yourself, to go within. I feel like there may be some limiting beliefs, but again, I feel like this is as a result of some sort of breakdown, some sort of disillusionment that you've experienced here. Possibly around the 15th and this, or I said the 15th. Okay, so maybe the 15th, that week of. But whatever this is pertaining to, it's trying to get you to release whatever's been preventing you from owning your truth. If not owning your truth, seeing the truth, recognizing the truth of a situation, like, and that's what I'm saying. That's why it's like you need to see the full perspective or get like a bigger picture or a broader understanding of something or someone in order for you to see the full truth. And so maybe you have an observer's disposition in whatever this energy is, or whatever the involvement is with this. Soulmates doesn't have to just be romantic. This could be involving friends, family, co-workers, whatever the case may be. It does kind of feel like people, some sort of situation falling out, whatever. But I do think that the main thing is take a step back, possibly go within and like kind of reflect over the events that have happened. Maybe kind of take an observer's position to see how people are moving forward. As I'm saying that, we have when it hits you, and I can feel it in the air. So let's see where this is going for the week ahead, and we'll keep moving. Okay, so for earth signs, your personal growth internally is I wonder if. So there's expansion here. And see, that's what I'm saying. It's a very wonder-like energy. We're going to pull all the cards out before we expand on this. But I definitely feel like we're in the right direction. Like it's a very open-mindedness, and possibly where you were once very fixed or very stuck in a set way of thinking, or how something is. Something may have logically, right, made sense, and then even then it probably didn't, because there's a rebellious energy speaking to opposition, which, okay, hold on, because there's something about that where it's like at first glance maybe, right, or at first encounter or introduction, it feels like that, like something where first impression, thank you Jesus. So it's like maybe at first the first impression of whatever this information is or whatever you witness, because it feels like something observed type energy is like okay, it is what it is, like you take it as face value, almost along the lines of like judging a book by its cover, but it doesn't feel like it's just pertaining to a person. It feels like it's a whole dynamic, like it's a whole situation. So in that time goes on and something just is either off, like, or it just, something's not, it's like it's not adding up, or something like that, because dealing with the moon, that does tie, again, there's illusions here that we're talking about. So over time, it's almost like you just start to naturally look and kind of start to see the cracks. And the story and the dynamic, take it as it resonates, because whatever it is, it's leading up to a tower. I said 15, that is Capricorn energy technically with the devil card, and it does speak to like repetitious behavior of low vibrational activity in a negative aspect of the card, where it's like enabling codependencies or being codependent to a relationship, or you know, gossiping, lying, cheating, being very promiscuous, like that type of energy. So we're gonna see where this is going, but it does kind of feel like you're not limiting yourself, like you're, whatever this is opening your mind, to say the least. Look, relationships, it says let's go little kitty cat, and that's the, I'm telling you, there's an expansion here with your money this week. Because of this, we have my sexy is sacred. There's an increase on your worth that you've determined. Your blind spot this week, yeah, celebrating all of me, most definitely. What you're overcoming this week, you have 1 in a million. Like, what happened? What happened? Who did it? Like, and then the external influence is the heart exposed beyond the sleeve. So quite literally here, what this is saying is that this week, there, whatever you've been wondering, before I even look at the previous week energy and the next week, whatever you've been wondering, you have taken the time, or are taking the time over the next few days to go within and then also kind of observe. It feels like either you're doing this again or either someone else is doing this. Take it as it resonates. And there is some sort of illumination that you're coming into that is going to push you forward and get over something. It's like you're getting over something, you're getting over someone, you're seeing the truth of a narrative, a dynamic, a person's character. Most importantly, you though. And because with this sacred, my sexy is sacred, to me this is sacral chakra energy. So with that, it's like what you're passionate about, what you create when it comes to your money, when it comes to your work ethics, your skill, what you bring to a team. There's something about this that in that sacredness, the divinity of you, whether it's a regular 9-to-5 or whatever you do for a living, it's something where your presence makes a difference alone. Like your presence alone, you bring value. You matter. I don't know if something falling apart forced you to kind of go within and you saw it from that perspective. You finally deciding to move in a new direction or in a new way, and in doing it, just kind of taking it day by day, you start building up your confidence and start recognizing like, oh, I actually do feel really good about this. Like, this is great. It's getting you to release something. Who had this card? The Demi card just came up in water signs reading. Let me see something. Relationship status. And what's funny is I was going to say you might meet someone. Maybe that's what this is too. You might meet someone and see the difference. And that could be what it is as well. It doesn't necessarily have to be you meeting someone of romantic status either. This could be a friend. This could be you kind of rebirthing and meeting yourself, a new version of yourself that you didn't know that was inside of you, waiting to come out, by you exploring different modes of expression, different interests that maybe you didn't really make time for before. Speaks to companionship, true partnership, best friends, bonding. Like it feels like there's some sort of like illumination to how great of a person you are and the value you bring to relationships. But it's coming after a relationship ending of some sort, or somebody not appreciating you or not recognizing it. I don't know how to explain it. It feels like that, or it feels like you're getting this after, let's see. Yeah. See what I mean? This is straight from the bottom of the deck. The previous week's energy, the message there is no more bottom feeding. You're not settling for less. And that's what I'm saying. I feel like there's some sort of illumination that you're going to come into where you're recognizing just how special you are and why you couldn't have something, why something couldn't work out. It's like you had to take, let's say you got rejected, okay? And instead of wondering what's wrong with you or like something like that, it's like you take a moment to go within, right? Kind of even maybe figure out why do you take that disposition and rejection anyway. But then it's also like really analyzing what you were going for that you were rejected from. And it's like, well, was it really any value in it? Are you missing anything? What did you get while you were waiting for it to become something solid in the first place? Like, there's some sort of real truth that it eliminates any type of sadness instantly. It's like you're motivated, you're encouraged, it's like inspired. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know if maybe like this is giving the vibe too of like somebody rejecting you and then like you seeing or hearing something about this person and realizing like, dang, that was God, or that could have been me. I don't know. And I feel like maybe I'm telling you, like, you please do not be sad. Please overcome any type of feeling of rejection. Please don't try to hide yourself at this time or feel like that was it or the best of the best, because I'm telling you, it wasn't. You're not. If this is even related to a job or I'm telling you, whatever it is, please understand a different perspective, especially with a higher one for you. As I'm saying that, straight from the top of the deck, something was not what it looked to be. And it's almost like you were at ground level with this at one point, okay? And then now it's like either you're getting ready to, by you moving forward from this and like really focusing on elevating yourself and pouring into yourself. Because sometimes when people get rejected or they get hurt or anything like that, ego likes to kick in, and that's when we do things out of ego and we end up even looking more stupid. Like, you know what I'm saying? And feeling even more stupid. Versus you kind of dealing with your feelings head on and being like, okay, I'm just a little sad right now, but combating negative thoughts over time and replacing it with habits, routines, okay, that are going to allow you to build yourself. Again, I'm telling you, there's some type of illusion, that a disillusionment you're coming out of. And in doing so, it's freeing you from a lot of negative thinking and opening you up to some type of either brand new beginning just within yourself and how you're taking care of yourself, how you're going to be feeling, what you're attracting. Or that in addition to a new relationship that is also going to show you this and offer you everything that whatever wasn't giving you before. Even if it's tying into work, right? Let's say you lost your job and you experiencing like some hard times or whatever. There's a resourcefulness that you're coming into. There's also an open-mindedness when it came to positions to apply for that weren't so limiting in the like to where you're leaving. Does that make sense? Like, you're not limiting yourself anymore. It's going from how could this happen to me to how did this happen for me. That's the vibe I'm getting. What is the oracle message? The oracle message, please. I just feel like truth is going to be exposed this week, but it's going to be exposed in a way where you're going to see it. And you have here and now. It says nostalgia, focus on the here and now. Yeah. Don't look back at what was anymore. Even if it was last week. Like, this needs to be like, okay, where are we going forward? What do we want to do now? Yeah. Be your own priority. Again, romanticizing an illusion, don't do that anymore. It says you're spending the majority of time daydreaming, wondering what could have been if only things had gone the way you wanted. By doing this, you aren't giving yourself a fair chance. Truth is, there's nothing you can do to change what happened, no matter how many scenarios you craft in your mind. Make improvements to your present, not your imaginary. Be sure to nurture what you've been given. So yeah, definitely make sure you're paying attention to the relationships you have currently. Take some time to really let go, right? And maybe figure out where this is or where you're doing this with I wonder if. It's a clear indication that you're coming out of this energy this week ahead. Literally. With I cannot. Yeah, and then back is against the wall with sacral chakra coming out now. And then I hate repeating myself. So I feel like this is a heavy emphasis to boundaries, heavy emphasis to paying attention to where you want to go, and making sure we're staying the course of progression, so we're not repeating cycles. And I like saying weird because I don't want you to feel like I'm ever talking to you like, I don't know, I'm not above you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not perfect. And I learn something with every reading I do. Like, so serious. So, let's see. Yeah. Go ahead and pause that so you can read it. Maybe even take a screenshot, okay? But that's what this is letting you know. What is for you won't play you, play with you, or play about you. I don't know. There we go. Okay? Then you also have always choose to see a person unhappy without you rather than you unhappy dealing with them. That goes for anybody. Strong emphasis on disconnecting from codependent relationships. It might not even be you that's codependent. It's these people. Affirm I am love, peace, hope, serenity, kindness, empathy, compassion, and faith. Believe in God, spirit guides, angels, astrology, tarot, crystals, signs, not other people's opinions. Literally. Okay? Especially with this heart exposed beyond the sleeve. I don't like the way that looks. But if this is where you drop off, thank you for being with me up until this point. If it was helpful, like the video, subscribe so you'll be in the loop when I upload again. And go ahead and choose your pile and meet me over there. And until the next one, if I didn't say it already, I'm sending you lots of love, peace, clarity, and mental overflow. All right? And take care. Bye. Okay, pile one, let's go ahead and get into your oracle messages. So if you chose Isaiah 64:4, chapter 64, verse 4. Since ancient times, no one has heard, no ear has perceived, no eye has seen any God besides you who act on behalf of those who wait for him. So God is the only God with a word that will never return void. Ooh, child, that just instantly, stop putting your faith in people. Stop putting your faith in people. Okay? I don't care how long something has been, how long a person has been consistent, how long, and even in, ooh, okay, in earth, okay, for that matter. This is giving me a vibe of do not put your trust. The only constant you can have faith, or only constant thing that you should trust to never change is God. Everything always is constantly changing and evolving, deteriorating. Like, I'm trying to tell you. So, your faith. In that collective reading, something that stood out to me was the sacredness of everything. What you will learn if you study the word, okay, is that in this principle, God is the only God with the word that will never return void. It's been proven through other gods that were chosen to be worshipped, man and objects that were chosen to be worshipped. And no tea, no shade, okay? I'm not trying to convert anyone or push an agenda or anything like that. I'm just literally telling you what I've understood and what I believe to be true. So there's so many different stories of how weapons have been formed, delays were put in the way, obstacles, things being taken and stolen and torn down and destroyed. And in the midst of all of that, do you know that that word that was spoken, that God said he wanted this to happen, it still ended up coming to pass? Do you know that God used some of the things that the enemy tried to do to be destructive to the advantage of the ones being oppressed? Like, I'm telling you, sit here with me while I make your enemies your footstool, or while I prepare your table in front of your enemies. It's a real thing. And I feel like this, you're experiencing it, or you're about to experience it, or you did. Okay, and you're coming out on the other side, because you choosing this one, that means that you're learning this firsthand. Once you experience this firsthand, and like, I mean literally firsthand, and then you look in hindsight when you're living a prayer that you were waiting for, and you see how in the midst of, regardless, all the obstacles, all odds against you, like no glimmer of, like, you should believe that in sight. I'm trying to tell you. So whatever this is for you, that 1 in a million, oh yeah, That is coming. If you're in that patient aspect of it. This is your confirmation. So let's see. The anchor is what's coming out first. With the Lenormand, this says 35. Trying to see where to put this so y'all can see it. You also got perspective. Ooh. Baby, I said I'm trying to put this where you can see it. And perspective then came out. And that was the key message I channeled when we first started the collective. You getting a higher viewpoint. It's a Gemini energy. Excuse me. That happens when I channel. Every book contains a story. Stories can be enrapturing. Excuse me. Enrapturing. I don't like saying words and I don't know what that means. So hold on one second. Because I don't use that word. Give intense pleasure or joy to. Okay. Okay, so it says, we tell stories to make sense of life, but sometimes our stories limit us. Which stories are carved in stone and which are you ready to revise? Write your autobiography from a new perspective and enjoy the shift in the attitude. Enough said. Okay, enough said. And then we got first quarter with take action. The time is now. For sure. Timing wise with the first quarter, the next one is, let me see here. Because we already had the first quarter, I believe it was on the 7th, if I'm not mistaken, of January. Yep, the 6th, 7th of January. So the next one for February is the 5th of February. So, definitely try to plan some goals where you can take action, you know what I'm saying, and see how your perspective has shifted by the 5th of February. I challenge you to do it, okay? The other card you have here is Shmoney. Affirm your status as a money magnet and align your thoughts accordingly. Money is simply energy, therefore you always have the opportunity to match that vibration. Know you are deserving of your material desires. Most definitely. And I think with your sexy is sacred, there is a distinct purpose, or there's a distinct position, or maybe even a calling that you're going to tap into that'll really make it easier for you to do this, especially with this take action here in perspective. Gemini energy is also giving me like explore, experiment, like learning as well with this book energy. So maybe educating yourself on some different things that'll help you harness like gifts, talent, skills that you already possess, or master them a little bit better. That'll assist you. You have karma coming out here. Resolving karmic ties is your sole purpose. So definitely could be tying into some sort of spiritual work as well, or counseling. Take it as it resonates. You also have clenching. Okay, so where is the tightness around money? Or where is there tightness around money? What could you shift to make things flow instead of constrict? I really think it has a lot to do with you believing in yourself, your worth. Also opening up as well. Especially with this, no one has heard, no ear has perceived, no eye has seen any God besides you who act on those on behalf. I feel like this is a faith thing. Trusting that the same faith that works for everybody else that you see manifesting, getting blessings miraculously and discovering ideas, it can happen for you too. But there is a need to not be afraid to invest in yourself with this clenching. This may be investing in your education, in some books, maybe even in your appearance where it applies. But don't clench. You should accept valid criticism with the cup here. This is your T oracle. And, ooh, caterpillar. Okay. It says things will not always be this way. A change is coming. So truly think with that introverted energy, what your oracle messages is saying is that all of this constructive criticism, okay, that I feel you're getting now and also possibly have been determining yourself, it's time for you to take that into the cocoon so you could come out a butterfly. I know, kind of cheesy, right? But it's the truth. I feel like you're ready to fly. And the reason why you may have been frustrated or may feel like, you know, it's so mundane or like, where's mine, is because you're playing it too safe. You're not taking any like chance on yourself. You know? Shine. Put yourself out there. Utilize what you learn. See how you can repurpose some things. But definitely, as far as this valid criticism goes, I wouldn't take it as like a fault or like a defect or something. I would just, if there's truth to something that somebody says about you and you don't like it, I tell my people this all the time. Change it. Change it. If it don't make you feel good, change it. That's all you gotta do. And then it's not real no more. And the past is constantly creating itself. Like right now, what I just said, the past is I said that in the past. Literally, it was a second ago. So don't get caught up on that either. I want to give you something extra just because. Give me an affirmation to help release the need to doubt, to clench, anything like that. For pile 1. Okay. I am unique. I am enough. I am a radiant soul. Definitely. Become passionate about yourself and what you want to create. I am open to my imagination without the limitations of this world. Go for it. Every successful person you see, like you really kind of have to look at it in that blatant perspective. Every single successful person that you see had a vision, had an idea, had a goal, and they had to work to get there. Before you see them as a success, they started at some point. They weren't there. You understand? Yes, there's some people that are born into it, whatever, but there are people that weren't, that make it every single day, that even have less than what you have. So instead of focusing on what you don't have, what do you have? And then what could you make work? And then don't worry about all the other stuff that you don't see. Just work with what you got. And then before you know it, God will come in and show you like, oh, okay, let me do this, do this, do that. That's unexpected blessings, miracles. That's what that is. You don't expect it. Like, it just happened. I'm trying to tell you, I am forgiving and compassionate person to myself and others. So wherever you're at in your life right now, okay, whatever happened up until this point, be at peace with it and be excited and optimistic about what is about to come, because at this moment forward, you're taking your power back from your past and you're applying it in the present so you can create a brand new future that you are going to love and enjoy. Okay, that's what we're anchoring down in. So with 35 for this, let's see here, 35 days, 35 months, 35 years. Okay, after traveling your journey and dropping your anchor, you have reached the goal of stability. The anchor card can represent persistence that has brought on long-lasting and faithful results. If there has been a storm, you weathered it. And if there is one brewing, you're prepared for it. For it is here that you are positively settled, safe, and secure. If it's in love, you may be in a committed and stable relationship. Parties within the union are faithful, but be careful not to start feeling tied down. If it's in career, you may be now beginning or have been on a job or project that will be long-lasting. This represents long-term stability and successful ventures. And if it's the hip, condition stable hip and pelvic bone. But again, I don't read for help, so that's what I got. Okay, pile 1, I hope it was helpful. If it was, let me know by liking the video. I'm sending you lots of love, peace, clarity, abundance, and overflow. And until our next one, okay, don't forget to subscribe, stay in a high vibe, get in your cocoon, and become a butterfly. Okay, take off. Okay, pile 2, let's go ahead and start your message. It says, the chaos you cause is commanded and constructed by God. Okay. Jeremiah 1:10. See, today I appoint you over nations and kingdoms to uproot and tear down, to destroy and overthrow, to build and to plant. Strongly giving observer energy. Giving innovation as well. I feel like with the truth that I was picking up on in the collective message, you may need to do something with that. And if it's not just doing something for yourself personally, like moving accordingly, you may need to share that truth. Make someone, the parties involved, aware, or whatever the case may be. Especially with that, it feels like there's you have a purpose, a mission to fill out here. The House is the card that came out here. And if I'm not mistaken, this typically is speaking to like family, like community in some way, shape, or form. I'm not too versed in Lenormand, but this is kind of what it's giving. It's giving temple. And that's why I say, like, if it's not just pertaining to your well-being, I feel like it's the well-being of everyone involved. Like, I feel like you are going to be the one that has some sort of truth to confirm. You got interest and boredom, but it's a Gemini energy. Fresh sunlight glitters at dawn. If you're feeling lively and cheerful, rejoice. However, if you are crushed by boredom or becoming overwhelmed, it's time for a reset. Use gifts of Gemini, curiosity, learning, and connection to find a new perspective. Again, that's what I'm saying. With this, it's like exploring, experimenting. It also deals with communication, expression. So maybe if with this interest or boredom, maybe you're being called to express that. I will tell you this. Nothing is going to change until you do. It feels like something is going to stay the same. You could be dealing with a Cancer. I heard Aquarius too. Also Aries. This may be you needing to be truthful about how you want things to go going forward, or how things should go going forward. This could be in a group setting, a work environment. It kind of feels like community, but it feels like you're setting a standard. Like, that would be efficient for everybody, though, not just you. Take it as it resonates. Yeah, new moon, new beginnings. This is the 29th. And it's interesting you have new moon here. This is a rune deck. You didn't have to get the new moon. And I said you may be dealing with the Cancer. Cancerian energy is the moon. So I feel like with the new moon that it's something that is beginning. Start again. And I said setting a new standard. Like a new precedence going forward. New beginnings can't occur without endings, though. So again, whatever that truth is, it needs to be owned. It needs to be accepted, but expressed as well. So that way this new beginning can come into place. Whatever it is, there is an energy of it being stable. And it having a lot of fertility behind it. Like whatever needs to, whatever the adjustment or transition, change, it is something that is very fruitful or will yield fruit. Vision. As I'm, ooh, child. Come on, Lord. It says, visualize all your dreams. But visualization is the first step to make you... I love what I do. Visualization is the first step to make your dreams come true. If you can see it clearly in your mind's eye, you are putting yourself mentally where you want to be physically. The mind is powerful. Use it to create your own reality. And I feel like this is just confirmation. Walk in it. Do that. But know that in creating this vision, it's coming into reality, but it's going to destroy what used to be. Everything isn't going to be able to withstand in this new vision. Literally. Movement. It says gentle movement removes old stagnant energy. Friends and peers for your money message. Friends and peers. That's all that was advised. And I feel like it's because we talked about this. We have wedge. Someone is trying to come between you and a friend or something you want. Then I say you coming into pile 2. Okay? Bear, danger, especially in money matters. So again, you need to speak up. I feel like definitely be very much aware and present. But with this energy here, like I said, this interest or boredom, embrace the new beginning, okay? Especially with this, see, today I appoint you over nations and kingdoms to uproot and tear down, to destroy and overthrow, to build and to plant. And this looks like something was planted to uplift. You got the message, okay? This is what you're being guided to do. Simply put, I just want to know. Clarify friends and peers. What does pile 2 need to know about friends and peers? 28. And the new moon is the 29th, and it says 28. And look at what came, excuse me, look at what came out. Look at that card. You see the feather at the top? You see how he's carrying all these rocks? Yo, it says stress, overload, exhaustion, obsessiveness, gluttony, burdens, worries, the breaking point. Okay? It says treading, conduct, self-awareness, proceed with caution, sensitivity, correct behavior, act responsibly. It says youthful folly, impulsiveness, immaturity, bluffing, ignorance, learning, impatient, and reckless behavior. Surfacing is companionship. And this says friendliness, mutual respect, shared goals, interdependence, agreement, and strengthening bonds. So you know who is for you and who is not. And I feel like in the energy of someone being excessive, go with the one who's more gentle, the one who's patient. Again, could be a water sign, and particularly, or an Aries, have that in their chart. Scorpio as well. But there is an energy of someone being overbearing. You know that though, but now it's getting to the point where it's a problem. I want to be nosy. What is it, 8 minutes? Let me see. I still got to give you, oh, that's what, let me see. I'll look here. Yeah, see, the house is home, foundation, safety, and tradition in short. And then with this, it says 4 days, 4 months, 4 years. This represents everything to us that truly makes us feel at home. This could include your physical home, house, apartment, etc., your family members, and all affairs related to home itself. This is the space. These are the people, and these are the people that make you feel comfortable, safe, stable, and secure. Breathe easy for this environment, and with this tribe, you are secure. It could also represent an investment of purchasing a home, real estate agents, or real estate affairs. Excuse me, if it's in love, excuse me, you may be a part of a safe and comfortable union. There are a few issues, harmony and balance reign. If it's in career, this card can represent a family-owned business, establishment, or generally any business run from home. For it's definitely true that home is where the heart is, but for many it can also be grounds for a backyard garden of success. So in that, I feel like, again, there is something here brewing, a brand new beginning, but it does feel like there is an ending that needs to take place. So hold on one second. Let me see if I can't see. What's the transparency with this excess for pile 2? The 2 of Pentacles wanted to pop out. That's earth energy. And it's priority. It's I feel like it's you prioritizing what's in your vision. I'm so serious, because look, the 5 of Pentacles is on this excess. So either something is draining, it's becoming draining for you, or it's draining, like you need, but 5 of Pentacles is like you need to leave something out. It's creating a lack, of void. There's no support here. You're carrying too much. With the 5 of Pentacles there. And the fact that a light feather is about to be on top, that's the straw that broke the camel's back. Yeah, there's no other option at this point now. I'm so serious. There's no confusion about it either. With the Hangman, you see something from a higher perspective, or you're being called to see something from a higher perspective. If you stop giving to something as well, with that Hangman energy, take a moment to pause, you'll see. You'll see, and how things progress forward. Queen of Pentacles. Yeah. Queen of Pentacles with the Emperor. It's going to bring out a different person. 7 of Swords energy. I feel like it's going to bring out a mean attitude as well. As I'm saying that, here's the 5 of Wands. It's going to create drama. That person isn't, it feels like a person really isn't loyal to you, or isn't really, like, I'm trying to tell you. Trying to come between you or something that you want. This wedge here with this bear. And it's speaking to money matters. I would just be very mindful, okay? And move accordingly. But prayer, just like, pray about it. You ain't gotta worry about it. So I love you. Sending lots of love, peace, clarity, abundance, and overflow. Okay, till our next encounter, you continue to stay in a high vibe. Don't forget to like the video if this was helpful, and just be mindful. Okay, take care. Earth signs are on one today. Okay, but I'm here for it. You got Psalm 110, pile 3, and it says, sit at my right hand. I didn't even know that this was one of the cards, and it came out in the collective. It says, sit, I think it was the collective, or was it one of the other piles? I don't know. Sit at my right hand until I make your enemies a footstool for your feet. It says, in the midst of your enemies. Okay? Something about... Okay, before we go any further, this just came. Let them think they want. Let them. Let them. That's like a quote or something like that. That's what I'm hearing. Let them. Don't combat anything that is, I feel like, trying to challenge you in a negative way right now, or trying to force you to question who you are, or trying to make you feel like an outcast, or whatever the case may be. Heavy emphasis of that. Especially if you have an actual villain or an antagonist in your story, in your journey, let them, okay? That's heavy emphasis, let them. And with that, I want you to sleep like a baby tonight. I want you to be smiling. I'm getting goosebumps as I'm saying that. I want you to get I want you to be so cool, so unbothered, just so chill, so happy. Okay, not at the fact that these people are that vengeance is coming for them, but what I'm saying is that whatever they tried to do to block you, stop whatever was coming for you, like tear you down, it did not work. They went out their way. They exhausted all their resources, did all this stuff to try to prevent you from getting the blessings that was promised to you, and it did not work. You should feel fine. You should feel great. Even if they're still trying, you should feel great, because it's still not going to work. There's something that's going to... And then the fact that you got the footstool quote. Not only is it not going to work, whatever they're doing is going to work in your favor. Some of that. The heart. You got 24 right here. A lot of moon energy in earth signs readings today. The 24th is tomorrow, honey. And you see, that's why I said, let them. There's so many different ways to paraphrase it, but it's like God sees all. God, I'm trying to tell you, God knows everything. You don't gotta tell him what you did and didn't do. I'm trying to tell you, you know. And then on top of that, you don't even have to tell him what they did. He know. No rock not unturned or something like that. I'm not the best at quoting scripture, but I know it. Wait, I'm so serious. Like, and it's so real. This feels like then wasn't that in the heart exposed beyond the sleeve? Didn't y'all get, wouldn't the sleeve be right here where the hand is and the heart is above the hand? And this was what this was your external influence here. So in one regard, I feel like there's a whole lot of love that somebody has for you, and they're not gonna hide it. They're not trying to hide it. They want to share it with you. They want to give it to you. Okay, whether this is a friend, family, whether this is a job, whether this is a romantic partner, you take it as it resonates. The love that someone has for you is, there's genuine love for you, where there is no secrets. There's nothing you have to worry about. It's like I said, I just keep being guided to say genuine. Now at the same time, where it wasn't genuine, it's being illuminated. There's no denying it. There's no hiding it. There's no getting around it with this energy here. And I feel the way that God is doing it, why you got sit here at my right hand until I make your enemies a footstool at your feet. By the time whatever is out about whoever is being exposed in a negative way, you're going to have had so much love poured onto you, and you're going to feel so whole that even if it does hurt, your heart ain't going to be broke. Do you understand what I'm saying? There's so many times where we've had something happen in life and it's discouraged you, it's caused you to question yourself, question what's possible. You know what I'm saying? That type of energy, that's not happening with this. This feels like it would have broken your heart on any other given circumstance, maybe even last year alone, right? With 24, this would have broken your heart last year, but not this year, because there's something else. Your heart is healed. Your heart's whole. I feel like that's also something you need to know too. Revolution. Okay? Right here. And this says Aquarius. It's speaking to material. The surface of the earth rolls. It says a surprising change can shift the ground beneath your feet. Respond with openness to new ideas and ground-breaking innovation. I can't even get it out. I'm so excited for you. Groundbreaking innovations. As old ways fall away, inner stability is required to change the outer world. It's happening. And I'm going to take it a step further. It's happening now as we're in Aquarius season. I would say the beginning of February, like that first week, I'm telling you, that first week of February, I feel like you're going to see the glimpse of this, or either start to see this pouring in. Excuse me. You have gestation, internal growth, another full moon. Do you see? There's a full moon right there. There's a full moon behind this heart right here. And this is gestation, internal growth. You know what? Just for you. Hold on. Because pile 3, I feel like I have to, can we just go there? I just have to be honest with you. I feel like you are a person who has a very big heart, naturally. And I feel like you've gone through a lot of sudden changes and revolutions. Those sudden changes haven't always felt the best, especially dealing with people when it comes to your heart space, when it comes to the material world as well, and creating stability. I feel like there's been a lot of ups and downs, a lot of inconsistency that you've dealt with. This is a new cycle for you here. With this gestation and internal growth, I feel like a lot of the inconsistency had a lot to do with the lack of focus on self and the lack of continuance when it comes to investing in your growth, investing in breaking bad habits. And again, it's a lot of attunement to self and not focusing on our external world. So because you've had to kind of be forced to do this, now there is a level of self-mastery that you've come into, whether you're aware of it or not. So with what's being gifted, because you're now capable of loving it from a healthy standpoint, respectfully, okay? I'm so serious. It's, I feel like it's able to come in and it's not going to fall away. There's something about it being long lasting into the future. So whatever this is, know that it's canceling, it's gonna cancel every hardship. Excuse me, every hardship. And as I'm saying that, I'm looking down and I see, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, baby, because I'm telling you, I could sense it, I could feel it. This pile, ooh, child. Okay, so with seasons, it says, like nature, there are different seasons of your life. Understanding this makes it easier to accept changes, no matter if the seasons grow, shedding, or stillness. What is happening is for your best interest. And I feel like it's finally a season of harvest for you. I feel like you know about seasons of growth. You know about seasons of change oh so well. Okay? You know about letting go. You know about being still. You know about needing to find and discover. But what about just enjoying, right? What about receiving? What about maintaining instead of having to build or repair? It feels like that hasn't fully always been. But this is your time. It's truly your season for you to experience that. And I feel like a lot of it is because you finally allow for certain things that you've been trying to hold on to just go away. Because you finally realize, I need to take care of my heart. Like, I don't need to clean anything else. And in doing so, now God can make certain situations, turn them around in your favor. Especially dealing with people. People that took advantage of this. I'm telling you. Really quick, I want to give you what this room card means, because I feel like it might have more meaning for you. So it says this is a rune of inner growth, creation, and completion. Can indicate the end or beginning of a cycle. It possesses an inner potential, concentrated and inward looking, like a seed that has all the energy of life within it. It evokes the moment when you gather your strength before taking action. So you must open up or blossom to realize this full potential. She invites you to be coherent, focused, and organized and rigorous before bringing your projects to life. It can also mean spending more time in nature or paying more attention to the natural order of things. So the divinatory meaning is situation rich in potential, latent energy ready for implementation, fertility, harmony, gestation, internal growth, regeneration, concentration, reflection, and new projects. This can't be reversed. Because you hear what I said? This can't be reversed. It can't be interpreted in a reverse. So there is no going back to any old ways. There is no... Lord, I want to cry for you. And the star is a new moon. Brand new moon. This is confirmation. You're going to see or experience a radical change, I would say, from the 24th to even the 29th, but in particularly from the full moon that we had in January, maybe that last full moon we had in December, okay, to this new moon that we're having in 5 days. Definitely speaking to change as well, another synchronicity for you, okay? So let's get into the rest of your oracle here. Look, you got tears. Tears are flowing emotions. Let them flow. And I feel like that's what this is going to do. Like, I don't know how exactly it's going to happen. In some instances, you may receive something that's going to be overwhelming with joy, and it's going to cause you to cry. If others, it may just be you sitting down one day and recognizing, and it's going to be whatever this is that you're going to receive. Once you feel it in your heart, it's going to cause you to cry tears of joy, because it's a long-awaited relief. It's a stability and foundation that you have struggled. It has always been an obstacle to maintain or to acquire in general. Oh, child, you got talents here. And it says, think of a past situation around money that was wonderful. Which of your inner qualities stepped forward in these moments? What is here to teach you about your talents when it comes to money? And this is your money advice. I'm trying to tell you. It's teardrops here. It says great personal sorrow. So definitely could have been after some sort of loss or some sort of sudden change, but I really feel like this is changing for you. You also have wish will not be granted with broken wishbone here. And then you have angels, spiritual guidance, protection from harm. So again, okay, I gotta call a spade, okay? I feel like you're going to see personal sorrow. I feel like a wish isn't going to be granted that was against you in terms of other people's selfish intentions. Going back into what I said, I feel like you're going to have something come in where before it would have broken your heart, right? But because you're whole, you're healed because of this blessing, it could just be your guardian angels protecting you. I don't think that you're going to be that hurt. I think you're definitely going to be disappointed. Now, for those where this disappointment, this great personal sorrow, a wish will not be granted, I feel like you're going to be okay with that, because you're going to find out why. Not too long behind. Some of you, this great personal sorrow may come from who this enemy is that you discover. Let's see. Pull on teardrops and broken wishbone with Psalm 110. What is this, Holy Spirit? For pile 3. Yeah. Breathe, we got this. So whatever it is, when you find out, you already need to know it's already being worked on. You don't need to do nothing with it. Just give it to God, okay? You also have let it out again. Let it out, whatever it is. I feel like it is going to create some level of sadness, but real is real. And I feel like when you look at the reality of the situation, what you're losing, what you were dealing with when it was present or relevant, is it worth it? You know? Was it really solid or not? Or were you settling? Because with raised standards, I feel like there's better to be experienced. You're going to recognize how, oh, I was actually being protected. God actually did me a solid. So I'm telling you, don't get too caught up. But that's what I got for you, pile 3. I hope it was helpful. If it was, let me know. I'm sending you lots of love, peace, clarity, abundance, and overflow. And until our next encounter, you continue to stay in a high vibe. All right, bye.